Well, I didn't think I would do this, but I am making a really late video about going to Skate Canada International 2024 in Halifax. And why am I making this video? It's because I'm suffering from off-season figure skating withdrawals, and I need to surround myself by some content to feel mentally sane. Anyway, I had an uneventful travel to Halifax. The city is beautiful. The Scotiabank Centre is downtown and fairly easy to access. And to this day, Ray of Solar by Swedish House Mafia is on my playlist for the gym because this is a song they used to hype up the entrance of all the figure skaters for every event. And banger of a track, I have to say. Now, I'm just gonna basically put all my clips from the competition together and talk about what comes up in those clips, and hopefully you get a sense of what it was like actually being in the venue for the competition. Now, first up, I'm gonna go over pairs because I honestly didn't video the pairs a lot because if you know me by now, it's that pairs is probably the discipline I paid the least attention to, but there was some cool moments, of course, the throws, the twists, the spins. It was neat to watch, but I don't have anything in particular to say, just that cool, looks hard, I will not be doing that myself. I did pay attention to dance, however. Holly and Jason skated a rhythm dance that I really enjoyed. Sadly, I don't think we'll see them on the Grand Prix this year. My favorite ice dancers currently are Marjorie Lajoie and Zach Laga from Canada. Although their program material this year I thought was a step down from last year and even a step down from the year before that, nevertheless, I was cheering for them. It was really cool to watch their twizzle speed close up. Now, in their rhythm dance, the most dramatic moment was when Zach splatted on a non-element, but splatted nonetheless, which resulted in this iconic photo. And he did say he was pissed about the mistake. They did manage to have an error-free free dance. I did think it was funny though that after the free dance, Zach gave a quote where he said, "I cannot say it was not easy. It was pretty easy actually." Bro. Anyway. Hannah Lim and Yi Kwan from Korea were also there, and I love their Cruella program. Iconic. Gave me Sasha flashbacks, but what can you do about that? Lopareva Brissot were also excellent. I loved watching them. Alright, now on to the men. One of the most interesting parts of this competition was that Gogolev had an amazing short, and I believe he was in the last warm-up group and above Jason Brown. Speaking of which, it was an absolute delight watching Jason skate. I've never seen him live before this point. I don't know. No words, he's just picture perfect. And speaking of pictures, I did snap this one, which I think is pretty great. I did take a few videos of Alexa Rakic, who did, better than I thought he would. He landed most, if not all of his triple axels. He did good. But not great, sadly. Now, of course, we have to talk about Ilya. Coming into this event, I would have bet a large sum of money that he would be the eventual victor, which he was. And I have to say, I'm Not a Vampire Free went hard as all hell. Now, this was one of the first times he had performed this program last season, so, the jump content wasn't as difficult as later in the season, but I don't know, I actually kind of appreciated that. I didn't really miss it. Seeing a quad axel would have been kind of cool, but whatever. But I did have to video the backflip. So yeah, that was Ilya. Now, you may or may not forgive me for the following 2.5 minutes of your life, which, if you continue watching this video, you will be staring at clips of figure skater Junhwan Cha. Now, not to be a Korea boo or anything, but some of my favorite figure skaters are Korean, and in fact, my current favorite men's skater is Junhwan Cha. He just has a great combination of athleticism and artistry, and you can't deny that he does have a certain it factor. Like, there's a reason bro is a model, okay? He also knows just how to wear a blouse. And I appreciate this. I appreciate his dedication to the flowy blouse. Now, the only thing this season that I could complain about for Junhwan Cha was his choice of music in the short program. But such is his power that even I began to sort of understand the positive quality of this track by our generation's Nickelback, if you will. I'm glad it inspired him at least, and you know, when he lands that triple axel right on the beat, come on. I'm giving him aura points for it anyway, despite being Imagine Dragons. Now, his choice for the free, I did not personally enjoy it greatly, but it was an elevated choice compared to his short, and he really needed to have that contrast, and I'm glad he had that contrast, and I'm glad there were 17 red ribbons flying around him as he skated. One thing about him is I love his spin where his hand is so centered that it does not appear to move, just rotate. I love it. It scratches my brain. Now, my favorite video I took in the whole competition was of his quad sal, opening quad sal. Ugh, it's so good. It's so musically timed, it's so buttery smooth. Once more in slightly slow motion. There go those ribbons flying around. It's just, ugh, perfect. And here's this clip of him and Shinsato being like kind of synchronized, which I thought was funny. Another one of my favorite skaters in the men's field is Luc Economides from France. And I apologize because I'm definitely saying his last name wrong. His short program was to a track that was popular online at the time for like edits and reels and whatnot. He was very flirtatious with the crowd after, which I remember many people definitely enjoyed. Unfortunately, throughout the competition, he was having issues with his jumps and didn't land a lot of them properly, which is too bad, but I was just glad that I got to see his Interstellar free program. I think due to the errors he was making on the technical side, some of the timing started to slip near the end, but I was into it. I liked it. I really liked it. Another skater I was excited to see was Roman Sadovsky. Unfortunately, he tweaked his back and had to withdraw from the free skate. I remember at the time people were freaking out watching practice because they were like, Roman's not jumping, Roman's not doing any jumps, what's wrong? And yeah, he had tweaked his back. At least I got to watch some of his practice for his long program. I think his Interstellar long from last season was just so good. I kind of wish he was keeping it for this season. That's okay. He'll come up with something else that's slay, I'm sure. Now, one skater I came into this competition not knowing anything about, but coming out as a new fave was Shinsato. Just this clip of him from practice right there. I was like, okay, he's coming to perform. He's coming to emote, he's coming to extend through his fingertips. He's here to get a medal, and indeed he did. And I was very happy about that. I really loved his program to Ladies in Lavender. I've never seen the source material, but the soundtrack is just so good. Now, when you're at a competition, you are going to see some falls, and it's going to be dramatic. Overall, this men's podium was everything I could have wished for. Now into the women, starting with Elise Lynn Gracie from the US. I did not expect to enjoy watching her as much as I did. She's just really graceful. I love her movement. Her spins are gorgeous. I know that she has like a reputation for some under rotations, but honestly, I did not see a lot here with my bare eyes. Now that said, I am not an expert or a judge or anything of the sort. Cleopatra program was also not the best. In my memory, Kimi Rapond had a really rough competition, but when I went back to the results, she actually placed 4th overall, which is really good. I think I remembered it as being a bad competition for her just because she was off the podium in the end. One skater who had a good competition was Madeline Skizas. Her Dance Macabre free, I really like it. I think she can have this really dark energy when she wants to. And it was put in good contrast by her Lion King short. I think she recently posted that she cannot reuse her Lion King short because the royalties to use the song would be too expensive, which is too bad because she seemed to really enjoy and embody this program. Now, of course, Rino Matsuike from Japan had just the skate of the women's event with her free skate to Lux Eterna. She nailed everything, and her skating skills were just blowing everyone away. If she'd had a clean short, like, she could have beat Kaori. So Young-Wee had a rough competition. She looked checked out, and as we know now, she has retired, along with Yelim Kim. Now, at least I got to see Yelim live before she retired. Yelim came in dead last. It was really rough for her. Really, really rough. I can only assume that at this point, she had already sort of mentally moved toward retirement. She was my favorite active woman skater before she retired, and I'm just still honestly really sad that she's no longer competing because I think she had it all. She's had very up and down career with injuries, but when she's managed to skate well, like, you can see her jumps are huge, her lines are gorgeous, her programs have always been slays, and I'm just so sad that she got injured. Like, watching just Sui Malad was so painful and so sad. Just at the end of such a poor performance from a technical point of view. But I'm gonna try and remember her as being a complete and successful skater. Alyssa Liu, we got to see the future world champion at this event, and she was stunning. I think all the performances of her short program this season were absolute stunners. Skate Canada was no exception. And of course, Kaori Sakamoto, the queen, who is retiring after the Olympics this year. I don't know if she said she'll go to Worlds or not, but we know she will not continue to skate the season after next. I'm so glad I got to see her live. It really is incredible, her powerful skating. And yeah, you can't take your eyes off her when she's out there. Now, I will say I captured one of the most dramatic falls in the competition, and you should just listen to the audience gasp. It was a lot of figure skating to watch, but I was also in Halifax, so I did a little bit of touring around while I was there, which was really cool. Spent an extra day, day and a half, and then I came back. And I'll be doing it all again this year, going to Saskatoon. Yay. See you there.